Is Blake Shelton returning to The Voice? John Legend has shared his thoughts on Blake Shelton returning to The Voice. The country music singer left the show after 23 seasons, and many fans feel like The Voice isn't the same without him. Is it possible that Blake might return to the competition program? Continue reading to see what John Legend had to say about it. Blake Shelton's career on The Voice. Blake Shelton decided to leave The Voice so that he could focus more on his family. He expressed that he was struggling to be present as a stepdad. He said, "The only way for me to really do that right is to step away from being committed to something like The Voice that demands a lot of your time." The country music icon shared that he felt his days on The Voice were behind him and that he has a more important job to do as a dad. During his time on the show, Blake Shelton secured 9 victories as a coach. That is the most out of any coach who has appeared on the show. After he announced that he was leaving the show, fans wondered how The Voice would continue without him. Blake Shelton had been on the show since season 1. Will Blake Shelton return to The Voice? When it comes to whether or not Blake will return to the competition show, John Legend doesn't think that it's likely. That is unless his wife talks him into returning. "I feel like Gwen is the only chance we have. I don't think Blake is coming back," John said. "He is staying on the farm. He's enjoying himself. I've talked to him and he's like picking corn." The Voice coach then shared that Blake Shelton sent them some fresh corn from their farm. He continued, "He sent us some fresh peaches from the farm. We made peach cobbler." I don't think he has any desire to come back to Hollywood and film The Voice. Apparently, all of the coaches that have appeared on The Voice stay in touch. John Legend revealed that there are different group chats for each combination of coaches. There are also group chats with couples that include Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Blake Shelton, and Gwen Stefani. "We usually stay in touch with each other and we're friends. It's just a good vibe with all the other coaches," John shared. John Legend, who became a coach on The Voice in season 16, said that he really enjoys guiding new artists on the show. "I love coaching on The Voice," he said. "I love working with our artists, just seeing people's dreams come true through this show, giving them all the advice I've gotten over the years, helping them learn from all the experiences that I've had over the years. It's a lot of fun for me." Blake Shelton, the country music star and one of the longest-serving coaches on The Voice, has been a fundamental part of the show since its inception in 2011. As a larger-than-life figure with a knack for nurturing musical talent, Shelton's charisma and competitive spirit made him an audience favorite for over a decade. However, the big question on everyone's mind lately is Blake Shelton returning to The Voice? In October 2022, Shelton shocked his fans and the Voice community by announcing that the 23rd season of the show would be his last. After 12 years of commitment and 23 seasons of coaching, Shelton felt it was time to step away from the show that had been such a significant part of his life and career. The news reverberated through social media, causing disappointment among fans who had come to see Shelton as the heart and soul of the show. But even as Shelton took his final bow from The Voice, speculation has swirled about whether this departure is truly the last we'll see of him on the show. After all, in the world of entertainment, returns, reunions, and special appearances are not uncommon. So, is it possible that Blake Shelton could come back to The Voice in some capacity? Let's explore the possibilities. Blake Shelton's legacy on The Voice. Blake Shelton's journey on The Voice began in 2011, alongside fellow original coaches Adam Levine, Christina Aguilera, and CeeLo Green. From the beginning, Shelton's down-to-earth country charm set him apart from the other coaches, and his playful rivalry with Adam Levine quickly became one of the show's defining features. Together, they helped turn The Voice into a ratings powerhouse, and Shelton himself emerged as a mentor with a genuine passion for helping aspiring artists. Shelton's record on The Voice speaks for itself. As of his departure in 2023, he had coached 9 winners, the most of any coach in the show's history. These winners include big names like Cassidy Pope, Danielle Bradbury, and Sundance Head. But Shelton's success on the show wasn't just about the number of wins. His ability to connect with his artists on a personal level and offer them real-world advice about the music industry set him apart as a coach. His laid-back demeanor, humor, and dedication to his team members made him beloved by both contestants and viewers. His relationship with Gwen Stefani, fellow Voice coach and his now wife, only added to the intrigue. Their romance blossomed before the eyes of millions of viewers, becoming one of the most talked-about aspects of the show. The dynamic between Shelton and Stefani, mixed with their professional rivalry, kept the show fresh and engaging for fans. Given the depth of his connection to the show, it's no surprise that fans are wondering whether Shelton will ever return, even if just for a cameo or guest appearance. Why Blake Shelton left The Voice. To understand whether Blake Shelton might return to The Voice, it's important to first look at why he left. In his farewell announcement, Shelton expressed his gratitude to the show's fans, the contestants he coached, and NBC for giving him the opportunity to be part of such an iconic show. He emphasized how much the show had meant to him, but also hinted at the toll it had taken over the years. In his own words, Shelton explained that he wanted to focus on other aspects of his life, particularly his family. Shelton's marriage to Gwen Stefani in 2021 marked a new chapter in his personal life, and he made it clear that spending time with her and his stepchildren was a priority. After a grueling schedule of 2 seasons per year for more than a decade, it's easy to see why Shelton might want to take a break from the relentless pace of television production. Shelton also has a thriving music career. Between touring, recording, and his involvement in other ventures like his bar and restaurant chain Ole Red, Shelton has plenty of projects to keep him busy. Stepping away from The Voice likely allowed him to focus on these endeavors without the constant demands of filming. Despite these reasons, there remains a sense of incompleteness for many fans. After all, Shelton has become synonymous with The Voice. Could his departure really be permanent? The possibility of a return while Blake Shelton has officially stepped down as a full-time coach, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he could return to The Voice in the future. In the world of television, particularly with long-running shows, it's common for former cast members to make guest appearances or return in special episodes. For instance, past coaches like Gwen Stefani and Pharrell Williams have made appearances after stepping down from their roles. Shelton could follow a similar path. One possibility is that he could return as a mentor or guest coach for a season. This would allow him to participate in the show without the full-time commitment of a regular coach. His popularity with viewers and his experience as a mentor would make him a valuable asset in such a role. Another possibility is that Shelton could return for special events or milestone episodes. If The Voice celebrates a significant anniversary, it would be hard to imagine such an event without Shelton's involvement. His legacy is so intertwined with the show's success that his presence in some form would likely be a major draw for fans. There's also the chance that, after some time away from the show, Shelton could reconsider his decision and return as a full-time coach. While he has made it clear that his departure was driven by a desire to focus on other areas of his life, circumstances change. If The Voice continues to evolve and Shelton finds himself missing the camaraderie and excitement of coaching, a comeback might not be out of the question. What fans want? The prospect of Blake Shelton returning to The Voice is certainly one that excites fans. Over the years, Shelton has built a loyal following, not just for his musical talents, but for his personality, humor, and relatability on the show. His absence leaves a significant void, and while the show will undoubtedly continue to feature talented new coaches, Shelton's unique presence will be hard to replace.